Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor and praise to the Apostle Elders GMS that taught me this truth, and peace and blessing to the Akim that has their life daily, pushing this truth with sincerity. Once again, my name is Ina. I'm with GMS Detroit Bond Camp. I pray this video is edifying to the hopeful elect and the 1/3 of it, the house of Israel, you so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners scattered abroad the four corners of the whole earth. And this video is called "Be Thou Faithful Unto Death." Even more so in these trying times. Soon Jacob's trouble is going to come upon us, and it is time for us to have mad faith unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. With that said, my first scripture is on 2 Maccabees 7:1, and it came to pass, so when that 7 brothers and their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips, and they was tormented like that because because they didn't want to eat swine flesh, and swine flesh is abominable meats, and they feared the Most High more than they fear what a man can do to them, In fact, let me get it. Where that? Here I go. This second Maccabees 7:20. But the mother was marvelous above all, and worthy and honorable memory, for she saw her 7 sons slain within a space of 1 day, and she bare it with good courage because of the hope she had in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yea, she sought it, every one of them in her own language, and filled courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them, I cannot tell how ye come into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor light, neither was it I that formed thee in the members of every one of you. But doubtless the creator of this world, whom formed the generation of man, have found out the beginning of all things, and it was also his mercy to give you the breath of life again. And they believed in reincarnation, and they know that they was coming back again, and what was it was getting, and they knew it was because of the sins they made in past lives. And as ye regard not your own selves for the law's sake, the law, statutes, commandments prevail over their thoughts, and during the whole time, But this is a good lesson on personal integrity, on keeping hold to the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, and another good one is Eleazar, the 6th chapter, 16th verse. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and a favored countenance, was constrained to open up his mouth to eat flying flesh. And the new swine is going to be that MOTB system that they're going to be ushering out real soon, but rather choosing, But choosing rather to die gloriously than live with a stain of such abomination, spit it forth and came to his own accord to the torment. Hey, this is another good example of showing personal integrity, having faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, and behoove them to come that are resolute, to stand out to get such things that are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Show your personal integrity. You might live just a little while longer, but is it really worth you living just a little while longer than you just go ahead and die gloriously? You know, for the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. You know, you might get the MOTB, but it's only going to sustain you for a few seconds. You know, not even that long, because if you survive the famine and you survive everything else, the sword, the nukes are going to get you, or the angels are going to get you. You know, either way, you can't win. But they had charge of the wicked feast for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside and besought him to bring him flesh of his own provisions, such as was lawful for him to use, and make it as if he did eat the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. They wanted him to be deceitful. Sure, it might be chicken or flesh of that kind. But they wanted him to be deceitful. You know, it could have been turkey. And they wanted him to act like it was a fine flesh. But this is what he thought in his mind. And that so doing, he might be delivered from death for the old acquaintance with the final favor. And this is the point. He began to consider discreetly, as it became him his age and excellency of his ancient years, and honor of his great head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Wherefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straight away to send him to the grave. For it becometh not our age, he said, in any wise like dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, being 90 years old, were now gone into a strange religion. He didn't want that abominable stain to be on his life. So they thought, through my hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, and should be deceived by me, and I get a stain of my own age and make it abominable. Just like I said earlier in that verse, this is not a thing we should do for love of life, just to live a little while longer. You know, verse 26. For know the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of man, yet I should not escape the hands of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. And wherefore now, manfully changing his life, I show myself such as one as my age acquired, and he left a notable example of such as to be young, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable law, holy laws. And he had said, when he had said these words, he immediately went to the torment. He lived his life holy, and he kept his integrity. You know, that's what it's all about, man. Keeping your integrity in these trying times, man, because it's gonna get even worse. But you hold fast your integrity. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna have he gonna have love for you even more. You know, this is 1 Thessalonians 4:16. Because we believe in reincarnation as Hebrew Israelites. That the Most High don't do away with spirits, your soul. You know, he don't he ain't gonna destroy your soul. That's a part of him. He's gonna once you go back up in the to the spirit, up your spirit goes back up to him. He gave it, and he gonna put it back into another flesh. You know, and what we're looking for is the Most High put us in these newer bodies. These new bodies that we won't be going off from the law, statutes, commandments, going to be written in our inward part. But until then, we got to work with this flesh and body that we have right now. First Thessalonians 4:15. For this I say unto you, by the word of Yahweh Shai, that which we are alive and remain until the coming of Yahweh Shai, shall not prevent them which are asleep. And like I said, we believe in reincarnation. Man, this is just a quick, short little season for us. The next body that we receive, it's going to be forever. You know, that body is going to be our permanent resting place. If you are the house of Israel, so-called member of the 12 houses of Israel, this is going to be your last time dying. And some of us ain't going to even die. But, we got to put off this body. The flesh coming soon. Because we know this body can't inherit the kingdom of heaven. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout and the voice of the archangel, with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in the Messiah shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahweh Shai in the air. And so shall we ever be with Yahweh Shai. And wherefore comfort one another with these words. These words are meant to comfort you, to be thou faithful unto death. Because though this fleshy body right here might die before it's turn, don't worry about it. Yahweh Shai can bring you back. You know, with a shout of the archangels. This is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And this is what we're waiting on. We're waiting on that crown of life. Yahweh Shai, from Yahweh Shai's hand. And we see palms in our hand at the same time. And he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. And that's another thing. We're trying to not be hurt of the second death, which is going to be that spiritual fire, the thermonuclear destruction that's coming. You know. only got a few more scriptures. This is Revelation 6 and 9. And when he had opened up the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh and for the testimony which they held. And once you learn this truth, hey, you're supposed to preach it. That's your testimony which you have onto your integrity. Salakia. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, holy and true, thou dost not judge and avenge our blood upon them that dwell upon the earth. And just the hopeful elect and the 1/3 that's already in the spirit world right now. Hey, they are crying this right now. Means words. Revelation 14 and 3. 14 and 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai from henceforth. Yea, say the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. And Yahweh Tazam of the hopeful elect in the 1/3, that my works do follow me, going out to the highways and hedges and preaching this truth to the four corners of the whole earth. And my last scripture is Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw the thrones and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai and for the word of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, for they lived and reigned for 1,000 years. Hey. Hopefully this video is edifying to the hopeful elect, because we want to get the salvation from Yahweh Shem Shai when he says Yahweh Shai and the angels to deliver us out of this place. With that said, shalom.